Hi, I'm Jackie Chan from Metal Roofing Online. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install the 90-degree cast angle corners. We sell the one-piece or the two-piece cast angle corners. I personally prefer the one-piece ones, and I'll show you why when I'm cutting the corners, and I'll put one of them on there and I'll show you why I prefer those. But yeah, as I say, we do have the two-piece ones as well, which fit together with the screws. I'll do the internal one first. So you need a square so that you can get a 45-degree angle. So with the internal one, I'm going to be going back that way with it. And with the line at the front here, you need to follow that 45-degree angle down the front there, like so. And with the back part here, you just put a 90-degree mark at the back of the gutter there. While I'm doing that, I'll cut the other side at the same time. Like so. Now, one of the reasons I prefer the one-piece one is because you can leave a lap on the bottom of the gutter, and you can overlap the gutter inside the cast angle there, which makes it a lot better for the water flow. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a lap on here, and the same with that one, just on the base of the gutter there. Okay, I'll just shorten this gutter a bit so that we can use the other piece for another one. Okay, so this is a 90-degree cast angle. You can also get these cast angles in a 45-degree too, if that's what you're after. And basically, like I was saying before, the reason I prefer these is because I'll rivet them together, and I'll put the silicone in there and show you that it's a lot better for the water flow for your guttering, rather than the two-piece one, which I'll do in a minute, which sits up a little bit, and you've got to put a lot more silicone in there, and the water has trouble getting past the corner with the two-piece ones a little bit. Okay. So I'll rivet this one together for you. It is actually a little bit easier when you're installing it, rather than doing it the way I've got it set up here, but that's all right. I'll push on. Now these have only got the two holes already in the cast angle, but I like to drill another hole because it really does need it, about there in the cast angle. Those two rivets that I've put in there are just to hold it for now. I'm going to take those back out, and I'm going to put some silicone between the join, because like any roofing join that you're doing, you do need to get silicone between the join when you're installing something like this. Yeah, as I said before, it is a lot easier to do this cast angle when you've got the gutter up where you're putting it. You've already got the gutter installed on the house and you just push this up underneath. You won't have any of the problems that I'm having here trying to hold it square. Okay, now we're ready to put the cast angle in there. I got rid of all the swarf there and all the dust so that we can get some silicone between the join and it'll stick nicely now. I usually use the grey silicone because it's a lot easier to see. Make sure you haven't missed any spots. So I'll put it right down the middle of it. And I'll put a bit more down the sides as well, where these rivets are going to be. You do need plenty of silicone in these joins in the corners. Okay, now because I've got a lap on each side here, depending on where your nearest downpipe is, I like to put the lap in the direction of the water flow. So if you've got a downpipe like just near this corner here on this side, then I'll put that as the underlap one. And this is the overlap one, so that the water really gets to that downpipe really easily. Okay. See if I can get these rivets in there without too much trouble. With those back two rivets there, when you're installing it and you're putting it up on the house, you'll have to put those rivets through this way because you won't be able to get to the back of it because there'll be a fascia there. That's just not sitting quite right there. I might just cut a little bit more out of that corner so that it helps me. It's just catching on the other one. There we go. Should fix that. Just because this one's for demonstration purposes, I've used a different colour cast angle to the gutter, but we do supply the cast angles in the same colour as the gutter and the rivets in the same colour as well. This silicone you can see just sticking out the bottom there, just make sure you wipe that off because this is the seam side. The inside here doesn't matter so much, so we want to put as much silicone as we can over all these joins so that there's no leaking problems in the future. Put plenty of silicone up the back there and across the base of the gutter and close off that, and then we'll put a bit more over these rivets as well. I'll show you how to rub that in. Okay, so that's basically how to install the one-piece one, and as I say, it does work a lot better with the water flow, being able to get past that corner now, rather than the two-piece one which sits up a little bit. I'll make one of those two-piece ones up now, and I'll just show you how it does sit compared to the one-piece one. Okay, so the idea with these two-piece ones is that you don't have to use any rivets. So I'll show you how they work. I've just taken those screws out there. You pull these apart. Basically, you put both sides in there like that. And then you want to get plenty of silicone between this join here. So we'll load up on the silicone on both sides. And around the base of those screws as well. Okay. I'm going to put that top piece in there, like so. And then do these screws back up. Nice and tightly. Okay, now you really do need to go over the top with the silicone as well, because if any water gets in between this join, it's going to rust the corner out really quickly. So you need to use a heap of silicone. And around the screw there as well, because that will leak if we don't. Okay, so that's how the finished product should look on both of those. That's the one-piece one, which I prefer, and then there's the two-piece one there, which some people prefer. But yeah, that's how they look when they're finished. Okay, I also have the external ones here. I won't be doing those today, but it's basically the same principle. You use your square and get your 45-degree angle to cut your corner, and yeah, you install them exactly the same way which I've done there with the internal ones. Okay, hope this was helpful. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of our YouTube instructional videos. I'm Darren.
And I'm Lily. We are part of the customer service team here at Metal Roofing Online. If we've been able to bring you any value here today, the greatest compliment you could give us is liking, loving and sharing this video online with everyone you know. Make sure to tag us, as we love hearing from our followers.
If you need any roofing materials, please head across to our website and take a look at the fantastic prices we offer and our huge delivery coverage across Australia. If you have any questions at all, please email or call us, as we would be happy to help you.